Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is saying that most people are preoccupied with ritualistic activities. But then he says in the Bhagavad-Gita, Krishna gave the greatest mercy by speaking to Arjuna. He purified the entire world. And after that introduction, then he quotes the verse, Manmana Bhavamat Bhakto. So now I'll start there, at that verse. 1 minute. Manmana. Manmana Bhavamat Bhakto Majajimam Namaskuru Mame Vaisyasi Yuktvaevam Admanam Matparayana. Engage your mind always in thinking of me. Become my devotee, offer obeisance to me, and worship me. Being completely absorbed in me, surely you will come to me. So this is the entire formula of spiritual life. Not looking for blessings, not worshipping for the sake of blessing our material life. Oh yes, so many rituals. We hang the chili and the lemon on the mirror. It must be done. Did you do it? Dangerous. Very dangerous. When you start driving, are you first going backward or forward? Forward. Never backward. No. That would be very bad. What you do when a black cat crosses in front of you?
Breaks.
Nothing happens, you reckon? No? Supposed to turn off the engine and then start a journey again, isn't it? Everyone knows these things. So, all these things are going on. And these are ritualistic things. That nothing bad may happen and only good things come. And then we are doing little puja also. So that the Lakshmi will come. And that all is very nice. And then of course, we want health, we want beauty, we want everything. But these things are only considered temporary. Therefore, when the fruits of our activities are temporary, what's the real benefit? Like building sandcastles. Nice, temporary things. What is the point? Yes. So much effort for temporary things. Therefore, Bhagavad-Gita is saying, no, this is the real thing. To engage our mind always in thinking of Krishna. Smartavyam satatam Vishnur vismartavyo najatu sit sarva vidini serushur etyo eva kinkam. It said that is the purpose of all the scriptures. There's no other purpose of scriptures. To always remember Krishna, to never forget Him. All regulative principles are serving that one purpose and nothing else. So, in the Brihad Bhagavatamrita, we find a description of the journey of Gopakumar. Gopakumar is traveling by the chanting of his mantra. He received the mantra from his guru, and as a result, through that mantra, he is attaining higher and higher destinations. So at one point, he comes on Brahmaloka. So Brahmaloka is the topmost planet in the universe. And there, Gopakumar is meeting with Lord Brahma. And Lord Brahma says, oh, I have to go, I have to perform some puja, so I must take your leave and attend to this ceremony, but meanwhile, you can mind all the affairs and of the universe. So next moment, Gopakumar was in the position of Lord Brahma, the ultimate grandfather of the entire universe. Then one day, the Vedas personified all appeared there. Oh yes, the entire assembly was there. The Upanishads, they were there. The 4 Vedas were there. Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Atharva Veda, Sama Veda, all present. The Puranas and so many other scriptures, Agamas, Brahmas, you name it, all present. And in that assembly, somehow or other the Upanishads were speaking very, very loud. They spoke so loud that no one could hear anything else anymore. Therefore, at one point, some confidential Upanishads, some Agamas and some Puranas, they were really fed up. And said, this is too much. This is too much. These Upanishads are just talking and talking and talking, and emphasizing things that are not actually the essence. So they decided to walk out of the assembly. So when some respected members walk out, that's not so good. That looks bad, you know. Everyone said. Then they went after them and said, no, please, have we offended you? No, please come back, don't leave, no. Then they let them speak. And as they spoke, Upanishads like Gopal Tapani Upanishad, or the Srimad Bhagavatam, and such scriptures began to establish one principle, that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, that devotional service is the essence of all activities. And so, this confidential knowledge became known. The 9th chapter of the Bhagavad-Gita that we are reading now is known as the most confidential knowledge. So this knowledge is not commonly known. Even in India, it is not always known. When Prabhupada came, not everyone understood. Some thought, why is he emphasizing Krishna so much? Why is he not doing all the pujas? What about Shraddha? Should we not do some tarpan? Should we not do something for our ancestors? Isn't that our duty? And Prabhupada, no, it's all right, not required. But how is this not required? Because in Bhagavatam, it is pointed out that all duties, the duties to the devas, the duties to the rishis, the duties to all the ancestors, all these duties to family members, even the duty to father and mother are fulfilled when one takes up the duty to the Supreme Lord. Somehow or other, one daughter in her late 20s took initiation from me. And then what happened was, after some time, the mother came and said, "You have to take this back. You have to take it back." How? You have to take it back. I said that, well, according to the Vedas, certainly the duty to parents is emphasized throughout. And that is a commonly understood principle. I said, however, there is one duty that is higher even than the duty to parents. That is the duty to God. So now that your daughter has chosen to fulfill her duty to God, as a parent you have no right to interfere, according to Shastra. So, in this case, in any other case you can tell them anything, right? But not in this case. Said in this case, no. Now she's fulfilling higher duty, the duty to God. To that you cannot interfere. I said, and actually, not only was it good that your daughter took initiation because she will bless your whole family in this way. I said, but it's not enough. I said, you should also take initiation. After that, she just went away. Not what to do. No, we cannot take it back. Oh, and we will not take it back, because your child is not your property. It's not your child. This is my child. No, it's not. Not your child. This child is a spirit soul. And this spirit soul is for some time placed under your care. And you cannot control that child. You think you can, but you cannot. You'll find out. In the beginning you may think you can, but even then with kids it's difficult. Nope. Even they are stubborn. But for some time the living beings are placed under our care and become our children. But they have their own destiny. And we cannot change that. We can bless them. That's the best thing we can do. We can give them as many blessings as possible. But then they have to go their own destiny. You can't change it as a parent. But we make the mistake to think, these are my property, these are part of me. I live in them. Part of me is in them. But this is and one could genetically analyze it like that. Say, oh yes, the genes and all these things are, yes, the same. Chip of the old block, just like his father. Exactly. Gosh. When I see him, I think of his father. It's amazing. Just like, gosh, exactly the same. Gosh, amazing. Yes, but that's only external, because the soul is not exactly the same. That soul is a completely different soul, different nature, different agenda, different desires, different destiny, different karma. Something in common, some karma in common, but also very different. Such is the nature of existence. So, Srila Prabhupada then pointed out to the greater duty, the duty to the Supreme Lord, right? Before any other duty. And of course, not saying that we should neglect all other duties, that's not what I said, but before. First Krishna, first our rounds early in the morning, then the phone. That means the world, right? No. No. Don't touch. Don't touch that phone in the morning. No, 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 no. Don't attach. You get up, the tendency is when the eyes are closed. Looking for your bead bag, isn't it? Where did I put my bead bag? And then looking in the dark to find the bead bag, is it?
No.
Yes. As long as possible, don't touch the thing. Then you can chant suddenly. Otherwise, 16 rounds, I don't know how people do it, really. No, it's amazing. They just so easily chant these 16 rounds, but I never have time to chant 16 rounds. I don't know about you, I just never find the time. It's like, if you look at all the mail and all the messages, and then you open Facebook and so on, and you understand the point. Distraction. We're living in the modern world of distraction, endless distraction. So much. New York City is not designed for devotional service. Have you noticed it? It's not directly supportive. We have to work too many hours, stuck in traffic, so much, and then you have to chant your rounds in the car. What are you going to do? It's just the only option, and so on. It's a very different life than what was going on a few hundred years ago in India, when people would live in the village and their friends would be in the same village. And if they would travel with the speed of bullock cart, which is quite slow, to the market. Not even cycles, just bullock cart. So, Indian traffic, they make jokes about it. They said Birla came to heaven, and Birla asked if he could come in. And they said, we will check. He said, not sure. And he said, but I made so many temples. He said, yes, but you built them with your own construction companies, and you deducted it from the tax, so you only became richer from these temples. So that was not really pious. Tell us one good thing you did. So then finally he said, I made the ambassador, Indian car, as you know. Not such a good car compared to the American car. Ambassador. So they said in the heaven, what good is the ambassador? What good is it? He said, no, it's very good because it makes people pray. It's true, with that car, if you don't pray, it will not function. So then they let him in. Right? Anyway, so this joke is describing something about Indian traffic and how dangerous it is. And I lived there many years, and I have seen at night 2 vehicles from opposite side coming in each other's direction, and one of the drivers was sleeping, nodding off. Clearly, what would happen? The 2 vehicles were approaching, and nothing happened. Why? Because bullock carts, they don't smash into each other. And when the driver goes to sleep, it is not a problem. Sometimes the driver even lies down in the back, covers himself with a razai, with a quilt, and then the bullock cart is nicely going to the market. Because he's been there so many times, he knows exactly where to go. And in the daytime, the bullock eats and sleeps, and at night the bullock walks back to the village. So they work in shifts, as you can see. It's teamwork. So this simple life worked very well, actually. It worked fine. And in that simple life, Spiritual life was also much easier. There was much more time, much less distraction, nowhere to go, nothing to see, no pictures to take. Therefore, the only thing that was there was ultimately go to the temple. Not only to see the deities, but that's where you met people also. Of course, there were some other meeting places. There was the well, and ladies in India traditionally go to the well to bring water. But the well is not only the place where they get water, it is also where you get the latest news. Therefore, going to the well also was welcome. Yes, it was welcome as part of society. But otherwise, temples were the meeting places. That's where people met. So it was not even just spiritual life, also social life. So this is actually a simple society where the temple is in the center. And no distraction, because there are no other things. Then everything goes towards the temple. But the more other things you create, the less, well, then you have to choose. Go here or go there, and so on. And that is the situation. So much distraction. In some countries, you see big shopping malls, and even the way they built them, they look like temples. They have some dome on top, and they sort of look like temples. And so, gosh, looks like a nice temple, they should give it to us. I've thought many times. I've seen big shopping malls like this. Because that is the age. So much distraction, so many other things to do, that actually we're neglecting the temple. And in that way, we're just doing the opposite of what Krishna says. Manmana bhava mat bhakto, to be always absorbed in him. So it's difficult now. So now there's so much distraction, stress from work or study or whatever. Marriage is also no longer certain. Divorce is an option. And you better deliver the goods, otherwise, just like that, yeah? Broken family, boom, whatever it is, just like that. Oh yes, and then you'll be depressed, and so, no, really. It's all drama. And then you remarry, but you still have to pay for the old family as well. So, it's like really complicated, right? Really complicated. So, it's a complicated world, and previously, all this distraction wasn't there. It was just, you're married, that's it, done, right? Finished, oh yeah. And usually they would marry people very young, right? Boys and girls, they marry them young, and then, even as child marriage was such a thing. Now they say, child marriage. But it worked fine in the past, because there was a culture that was supporting it. All right, they married, didn't mean they were together, but when they came of age, then all right, they could live together. So that was already clear then. The marriage matter was already solved. Easy, not all that anxiety. They say when a lady is over 25, then the date, like the due date, is like past the date, like expired. Looking at it's printed on the thing, expiry date, 25, and I said, oh my God, I'm 26, I'm so old, I'm 27, oh no, extremely old. 30, I'm 30. 30. I mean, 30 is really, really old. 35, it's getting desperate. And the whole family's like, what are we going to do now, you know? Marry her off to the first one who smiles. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. There's all these false anxieties, all these distractions in society, because the culture is no longer supportive of serving Krishna. We may have some desire. We may have some desire to be devotees. We may have a desire to chant Hare Krishna. We may have a desire. We have some devotional inclination, but the culture doesn't help. And that makes it difficult, actually. And that's what we see oftentimes. We think, oh, spiritual life is so difficult. It's not. It's just that culturally, the culture is opposite. It's not supporting it. Then it becomes difficult. If you have to work 8 hours plus drive to work, let's say takes 10, so 10 hours is gone, lunch break also, 11 hours is gone. Just like that. 11 hours is gone with work. That's a lot of time. Eh? What if you got left 13 hours? You work hard, how much if you have to sleep? You have to sleep also. Otherwise, how can you work? You see. So, if you sleep 7 hours, maybe sometimes 8, you're tired from a hard day's work, there you go. Out of your 13 hours that you had left, 8 were gone in sleeping. Bathing, eating, all these things, right? So I had 3 hours left, yeah? So now you have like 3 hours left for your bathing, your eating, and your chanting. It's impossible. See? You see by that calculation, now you can, okay, you chant a bit while you're driving, that can solve some of that. But if you calculate it, how much time is there for these spiritual activities? That is, Prabhupada would say, 5 or 6 hours is enough. I used to be the temple president of Vrindavan, as I told you in the beginning. And, one sec, little water, this is getting... And I was the president of Vrindavan. Extremely busy. Very, very busy. So, big establishment, so many things going on. And Prabhupada had given an order that the presidents should sign every check. And it's good, because then you know what money goes out. Huh? So, different departments, and they all had their checkbooks, but always 2 signatures, and president's signature was always one, compulsory signature. So whole day, people would come to me, please sign this check, please sign this check. They would always chase me. Sometimes I was in the shower, they knock on the door, can you sign this check? When you're in Vrindavan, temple president, you get some benefits. Is that sometimes you can take a break and go to Govardhan. So I used to go sometimes, Govardhan, do the parikrama. But even there, people would come, I've been trying to catch you the whole week, can you sign this check? So that's too much. So one day, I decided to go and walk in the fields, So I'm walking in the fields, and then somewhere, I said, here no one will find me. Then there was one farmer next to his land, and he says, "Yehi hai hamara kheti, bahut badiya kheti." This is my crop, he says. It is very, very good quality. Best quality. Very good. So I thought, this man is so proud of his crop, just like a child. He's a little child, like a child saying, oh, this is my bicycle. Oh, so nice. So I started to treat him a little bit like a child. I said, oh, this is your field. Oh, looks like a very good field. Yes, it is a very good field. Very good field. Oh, yes. And he says, yes, I come here every day. I said, no, really? Still treating him like a child. You come here every day? Oh, so interesting. Every day? Yeah, really? And then he says, yes, I come here every day, 1 hour, and then I go home, and then I do puja. And he's thinking, he's not so childish. He works 1 hour a day, 1 hour a day he works. And the rest he does puja. All right, he has a small house, the whole family lives there, and he's probably got 7 children or whatever. He said, anyway, in this way, the children also do puja, because in such a small house, if you do puja, the whole house does puja. So, said, actually, I thought, he has it figured out. And I'm part of this big establishment, and so many checks and so many things, and I never have time. And he works 1 hour a day, only when it's time for the harvest, then he has to work more. And then planting time. Twice a year, he has to really work hard. The rest of the year, 1 hour a day. So what have we done? What have we done to the world? What have we done to ourselves? But the glitter, oh ho ho, New York City, capital of Maya. Oh yes, everything is here. Whatever you desire, you can find it in this city. Just think of something, anything. It's here. It's here. You want to enjoy? Oh yes. And money is there too. And of course, everything costs a fortune as well. So you make a lot of money and you spend a lot of money. So in the end, you still have no money left. What to do? That you didn't think about in the beginning. You heard, they make so much money. They're talking about it. You make so much money in New York. Yeah, they do, but they also spend so much money in New York. Yeah, so nothing left. So what's the point? Same thing. Just paying the bills. That's all. Just somehow or other paying the bills and no extras. You're lucky if you can go for a break once a year. Yeah? That's about it. Yeah. Same like, so then you see like in the in the countries that are not so rich, the quality of life is more relaxed, you know. You see people, they don't work so hard. They sit all day talking. They're not working like so hard. So we have created an artificial world, and because of the artificial world, you have to work so hard, actually. Prabhupada would say 5 hours, maximum 6 is enough to get your daily maintenance. Tell that to your boss. He's not going to agree with this. Anyhow, so what to do now? What to do now? Well, we cannot just change the world, but we have to look at our life and not create too much artificial pressure. You can take lots of loans from the bank, and you can live bigger and bigger and better, and you can just work your whole life to pay it off. Work, 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 as much as you can. I know one man, he has 6 houses, you know, and 3 jobs. Yeah, he has 6 houses and 3 jobs. That's the only. How else can you get 6 houses? What do you need 6 houses for? Well, you know, so I have some security in my old age, you know. It's okay. But there are other ways also, you know, it may look good, but 3 jobs, you know, how much time do you have left? Always working. Simply working. In Vrindavan we had one security guard, and he would work with us, and he would also work across the road with the neighbors. So he was doing a 12-hour shift with us, and he's doing a 12-hour shift with them.
So when he sleeps.
That's exactly what I was saying to him. I said, you know, I said, look, you're doing a 12-hour shift there, you're doing a 12-hour shift here. You're sleeping on the job. He said, no, I'm not sleeping. I never sleep on the job. No, I'm not sleeping. And of course he was sleeping. He had very nice boots and he would take them off when he was sleeping at night. So one night I stole his boots. Yes. So I'm speaking in favor of simple living and high thinking, as Prabhupada said. Exactly how to do that is not entirely so simple, because the world is what it is, but greed makes it worse. It are these enemies, these 6 enemies: Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Mada, Moha, Matsarya. That makes it worse. When there is lust, when you want to enjoy so many things, then it gets worse. When there's greed and you want to have so many things. When there is anger due to frustration. I mean, I'm trying so much, I have so much, right? And still I'm not enjoying. I mean, it's just like so annoying, and all these other people are doing better than me. Really? Yes. Look at the neighbors. Look at the car they drive. It's inconceivable. I mean, how did they get it? I mean, it's just too much. I wonder, because his job is not that special. I wonder if there is some illegal activity going on, something. Yes. I wonder if there's some illegal activity going on with the neighbors. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. I'm trying to develop love of God. Oh, Krishna. It's not so easy. Not so easy. No. So we can see these 6 qualities, they are actually making it more difficult. More difficult. So when I say simple living, I say, look, lust, yeah, well, a little lust is there in everyone, but that should at least stay within boundaries. Marriage, like eating, okay, you can eat, but I had a relative who didn't see his own feet for over 30 years. It was more than 9 months, I mean, what can we say, right? So, obviously, maybe eat a little less, I mean, okay, a little bit of fat, fat people are jolly people. The skinny ones are usually sour. Yeah, nowadays the ideal is you have to be completely skinny, but usually the skinny ones are not the happy ones. The people that are a little round and chubby, they're the jolly ones. So, but not excessive. So that is Krishna consciousness. So there is something that comes before, that supports Krishna consciousness, a lifestyle. And that is what I've been speaking about. Where we say, yes, we keep our life a little simple. We will not just pursue endless lusty desires. We will not just collect and collect and collect and collect for the sake of collecting. And we will not... we will control anger. We have to conquer anger. Anger is foolish. Someone was was driving me, and there was not enough air in the tires. So I said, "There's not enough air in the tires, you know." And he said, "No, it's fine, it's fine." And then his false ego got part of it, right? But then, as we were driving around curves, the tires were even squeaking. I said, "I really need a little air, you know." And then he got, I said it many times, and then he became so angry. When we arrived, he started to hit the wall with his fists. You know, beating the wall. He was that angry. I guess he didn't want to beat the Swami. So he was beating the wall with his fists, and then his hands were injured. And I just look at him like, what on earth was that good for? What was that good for? What did you do that for? I was angry. I was angry. It's like, let's see how foolish this anger is. It's destructive, self-destructive. It destroys all kinds of valuable things. Things that actually are benefiting you, that are good, and they get destroyed. So this anger we have to learn to control. Like that. So, although our objective is to always think of Krishna, still we also have to learn to control lust, greed, anger, envy. All these qualities have to control them. Otherwise it will interfere with our Krishna consciousness. And we'll get more distracted. Because when you're angry, you know what I mean? I'm angry and angry and angry, and I mean, like, you know, like, don't talk to me, okay? It's just like, you know, I told you don't talk to me. You're not going to talk to me, are you? I think you're going to talk to me, is it? But if you talk to me, then, honey, you know, don't push me over the edge, okay? Don't push me over the edge. Yeah. And how do you overcome it? By counting to 10. You know, I'm taking a deep breath, go for a walk with the dog, or some people say, how do you overcome it? How do you overcome anger? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare. Yeah, okay. But even some devotees, you'd be surprised, you know, the things that go on sometimes in homes of devotees, Kuntimala and the whole thing, and then you hear about some furniture flying and some domestic violence and things. So you go, oh, you know, I didn't know. I never thought. Them? Yeah. Yeah, these things are going on in the Hare Krishna movement. Ultimately, if we want to conquer anger, we have to, Bhishma Dev says, we have to learn to forgive. I mean, are you perfect? Tell me honestly. You're not. You look pretty perfect. But, yeah. Yeah, so, if we are not perfect, then why do we want others to be perfect? So if they make mistakes, like, he lied to me. Excuse me, are you with the Boy Scouts or the Girl Scouts? You never lied? You never ever lied in your life? No, I never lied. That's a lie. That's a lie. Come on. I mean, give us a break. Everybody lies sometimes. Some people almost all the time. It's like, it's difficult to stop lying. And it's like, in India, there's this culture of yes, 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 yes. The yes, yes culture. Yes. Whatever you say, yes. Because we don't want confrontation. See, we don't want confrontation, so we don't say no. You just say yes. Anything, yes. But we don't mean it. So the whole quote, and you just cheat and lie and this and that. Just for the sake. So lying is so much part of our culture. But when we catch someone else lying to us, we just say, he was lying to me. He's a liar. No, really. I will never speak to this person again because this person is a liar. He's a liar. You know, this person is, this man is no good. Come on. I mean, we're all liars. You know, okay, you caught him. And one day they're going to catch us too. Everyone gets caught sometimes. So if we can see like that, maybe then we can forgive. Okay, he lied. It's not good, but I guess I also sometimes lie. So I guess I can get over it and say, look, and talk it out. Say, okay, you know, this doesn't help. All this lying. Right? I mean, it doesn't, because how are we going to trust? Excuse me. So what I'm speaking about is if we keep life simple, by conquering our lust, our greed, our anger, our envy, and all these things, then excuse me, it will be easier to do what Krishna says. Engage your mind always in thinking of me. Become my devotee. Offer obeisances unto me and worship me. Being completely absorbed in me. Surely you will come to me. See? It will be easier. Because otherwise, this is a nice verse, but how to make it a reality? It seems so far away from reality. Yeah. Always, of course. Always means, well, as much as possible. I'm reading this now and I'm translating it into engage your mind always means as much as possible, thinking of me. Become my devotee. Yeah, I'm already your devotee. Yeah, that's okay. Done that. Tick that one. Offer obeisances to me. Yeah, do that every Sunday. Tick that. And worship me. Well, you know, no, I bring some fruits for the deities. Yeah, I do. Being completely absorbed in me. Yes. I only do what he wants. Only that. Nothing else. Only as he wants. Yes. I'm a bank director because he wants me to be bank director. If he wants me to be something else, I will become something else. Yes. If he wants me to be sannyasi like you, I will become sannyasi. But he wants me to be bank director, I will be bank director. I met this bank director in Jaipur. And no, we have free will. We have free will. It's in our hands. We can choose. So we can choose what we are. It's like, did you go to the Brigu reader? Brigu reader, astrology, Jyotish. You have gone? He can tell you, he can even see your hand. Hint. Closer, not so far. I mean, you think I have, my eyes are old, huh?
Put some money.
Ooh. Yeah. Well, no, don't be afraid now. He is honest. He is an honest man. Show me the other one. Yeah, he's too honest. He's very honest. Business is not his thing. He will never do business, or he will never make a lot of profit because he's very honest. Yeah, I'm sorry to tell you, but that's there. Mm.
There's going to be a line soon, Maharaj.
Yeah, marriage is there. Offspring also. So many things. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, did you ever get your palm read? Yeah, some sadhu can read your hand and tell you things about your life. And and then you can know the future. And some astrologers can tell you everything. Interesting stuff. Right? Very interesting. Now, it's dangerous because once you do this, you tend to think, now I have to be like that because it says in my chart, I have to be like this. I have to. I can do nothing about it. It says. It says I'll have to be honest. Now he has to be honest. No, nothing else you can do. Sorry. No. You still have a choice. Even although you're honest, you can lie. If you want to. If you want to. You can cheat also if you want to. Yeah? You can do all kinds of things. We have independence. We are not, it's not all determined. We can choose. And we have to choose about so many things. We can choose to control our lust, our senses. We can choose to control our anger. We can choose to control our envy. Right? And that's what Krishna told Indra. Indra, you're supposed to be a devotee. Indra, you have tried to drown all the residents of Vrindavan in this huge rain, kill them. I mean, is that what my devotee does? Indra said, well, I was proud. Yes. And Krishna said, yes, but Indra, pride you are supposed to control with intelligence. And Indra said, yes, but I was angry. And when you're angry, you lose your intelligence. Krishna didn't like that answer and just walked away and didn't talk to him. So, in other words, we cannot just say, oh, my hand says that, yes, I have difficulties with anger. Now what to do? Nothing I can do about it. It's my destiny. It's in my hand. Then I have to be like that. No. We still have the choice to say no. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to. It's my tendency, like it says in his hand, it said only one marriage. But in some hands, I won't look at all of your hands, but in some hands you can see 2 marriages. Yes? Even in old age can happen. Huh? One can see such things in the hands. So anyway, the point is that, so if it says 2 in the hand, 2 marriages, does that mean you have to do it now? I'm sorry, it says in my hand, now I have to do it. There's nothing I can do. No, we can still choose. We can choose. And that is, we have to choose for Krishna. We have to choose to have the qualities of a devotee. We cannot just wait, I chant Hare Krishna and I wait till I become a saint. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. I'm not a saint yet, but I'm chanting Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Still not a saint, but I'm chanting. Yeah. No, long time. Yeah, still the same. No, we have to try to be saintly. Conscious effort along with the automatic purification. That will do it. The conscious effort. Anyway, I have told you some things. Now I'm going to escape because tomorrow is another day for all of us. And it's Sunday, so for me a busy day. I don't know for you, but I have a lot to do tomorrow. So we will escape now. And but I thank you for inviting me here. It's nice to see your little temple and your nice altar, beautiful deities. I'm going to be in New York for a few months now. I am going to help Brooklyn Temple to come back to life. And I came for that reason. I'll spend now 2 months, then I'll go to my other service because I have some other things also. Then I'll come back in June for 1 month. Then I'll come again in August for 2 weeks. Then I come in October for 2 weeks. And I come in December for 2 weeks. And that's it for this year. And then we'll see what happens next year.
So we're gonna see you more often.
So I'll try to yeah, you're gonna see me more often. I hope to see you more often. And I hope we can do something to make that temple alive, you know. It should be. It's these deities are very special. They were all deities given by Gayatri Maharani to Prabhupada in Jaipur. And for Prabhupada, New York was very special. Because he said that from here, Krishna consciousness could spread all over the world. So I came here to help and do that. But of course, we have to do all of that together. Otherwise, it will be hard. So with your, whatever you do, I mean, if you're a millionaire, you can drop some money. If you're not so wealthy, then we can do some service.
The group here does 1 week cookies for the Sunday feast.
1 day cooking for the Sunday feast is
Once a month.
Once a month
Yes,
is
they have
cooking.
different groups.
I heard about it already from Mituna yesterday.
He's the organizer.
Yes, so you're doing good things. And we can do many more good things to somehow or other. Please Srila Prabhupada. And in that way, we can get his blessings and maybe go back to Godhead at the end of this life. Why not? That's possible. So let's do something special. With that, I'll say goodbye to you now and see you soon.
His Holiness Kadamba Kanana Swami ki
See? Hare Krishna. I don't know what you're bringing there.
Take some Guyanese prasadam.
And the problem is that it's like, okay, it's only nuts. That I can do. Thank you so much. I'll take it with me.